right, who is ranked too high? Who is ranked too low in the new AP poll?
I'll tell you right now, someone I think who was ranked too low. Alabama. And they're ranked #1. These guys are fantastic. I was at that Michigan game.
Where would you like them to be ranked? In the NFL?
Somewhere in the NFC East. Yeah, that's probably where they belong. I was on the sideline in Dallas, and before the first snap, while they were waiting for the official to wind the clock, the offensive line of Alabama was standing in front of the defensive line of Michigan. And just comparing thighs, hips, and arms, it appeared that Michigan was a youth team playing up 2 age divisions. Now, Michigan's a good football team, but Alabama, especially with that line, I'll bet there's some NFL teams, and I say this seriously, that have a couple of guys on their starting offensive line that would not start for Alabama right now.
Oh, I completely agree with that. I said to somebody recently, I think it is the finest offensive line that we've seen in college football in the modern era. And I say that to you as somebody that was part of a national title winning team, was a first-round draft pick, was one of the premier offensive linemen in all of college football. You would know better than anybody.
I would not start for this team. I would not start for this team.
The Outland Trophy winner is the starting center for this team.
Right.
Okay. You would start on this offense.
I'd have to
DJ Fluker, obviously, physically is comparable to what you were. Quanjo, you would start over.
Well, those guys, well, maybe back then.
Because of his lack of experience.
Well, because now just the strength programs, they're so massive. Back then, guys were strong, but, I mean, I benched 405 pounds my senior year in college and became the first offensive lineman in the history of BYU to be drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. 405 pounds. These guys warm up with that.
I went to college with Tommy Nalen, who right now, it would be 40 pounds light of being on a college offensive line, right? Tommy Nalen, the starting center. Guys like Chance Warmack and Barrett Jones and DJ Fluker, these guys are going to be playing in the NFL next year. It's not even a question.
There's probably 4 first-round draft choices.
They'll probably begin playing time or starting in the NFL next year.
Right. And the thing about these guys is that they don't just have the power. They are fluid. They can move and have good speed, good finish in space. A lot of guys that are big and strong, once they start to move, they become ineffective football players.
What was our original question here? Weren't we talking about the AP poll or something?
Who's too high and too low?
This is how good Alabama's offensive line is they get me thinking of greatness.
And I think Alabama is too low at #1. That's sort of facetious, but they're just